All right, my friends, how are you today? Aaron here bringing daily horoscope for Sunday, the 13th of September. First, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to everyone that's been with me here on this journey. This is just such a pleasure, and I'm so grateful to do this with you every day, and the response is back, and very grateful, heart full of gratitude, so thank you. All right, let's get into it. We still have the moon in the sign of Cancer this Sunday for a good chunk of the morning, okay? And then it's going to be moving into the sign of Leo, where it's going to meet up, all day it's moving closer and closer to meet up with Venus, okay? Now, the conjunction of the moon and Venus won't actually happen until 2 a.m. my time on the 14th, sorry, Monday, okay? But we will be able to see the moon and Venus come together in the night sky, okay? Depending on how clear the sky is. Now, Venus is usually, we're seeing her more early in the morning right now. So depending on where we're at in the world and what's, how clear it is, we'll be able to see that connection. So we're going to be feeling that nonetheless as the day continues and progresses. All right, so let me show you the chart because there's actually a lot going on here, and I brought back all the, look at that, look at all the reds and greens, all these things going on right now. Okay, I will say to start from, now I've got this set to 8 a.m., all right, and at 8 a.m. until about 2 p.m. my time, so a good chunk of the day, we have the moon septile over here to the sun. Sun focused, getting things done, our services, understanding that this is the last bit of the summer that we have here, and there's a lot of things to do, a lot of things to tidy up before we do move on with autumn, okay? So the sun's definitely being focused right now. And again, about our services, and with the septile of the moon kind of picking up where we have been on Friday and Saturday, there's still a bit of this morning that we're focused on home and family, putting our emotional needs, our nurturing self towards home and family, and connecting with nature as much as we can while the weather's still good. I mean, I live over here in the northern part of, the United States, so it's getting cold. We don't know if it's, it feels like it's going to snow tomorrow. Anyway, so definitely this connection with nature is very, very important right now, and appreciation, and valuing ourselves and valuing the other, okay, and having the courage to step up and communicate that of which we do value. Now, this is going to be going on for the next couple of days. We have this square, Venus square to Uranus in Taurus, and Venus rules Taurus, right? Planet associated with it. So this is about what we value, and what we value, of course, changes. All this mutable energy that's going on right here, and seeking our new path, seeking our truth, okay? And we have all of these, all of the septiles happening, and even it continues to happen with the moon and the sun, even as the moon does enter Leo, which is great energy. This is saying, hey, we got to get fired up. There's things to do. There can be times where we're depressed or we're down or things haven't gone our way. And this energy is saying, you can feel however we have to feel, but at the same time, we got work to do. We've got things to do. Things, other things need our focus. Other things need our attention right now, other than these particular feelings. Which is, it sounds odd, but it is a good blessing, and it's sometimes we can be really weighed down, and I don't want to do these things, I don't want to do these things, where now it's just like, okay, I have to, I have to. So it's finding that courage and that strength to muster it up, okay? And of course, Venus and the moon being here is giving us this great boost. And the sun being in the grounded sign of Virgo, it's just like, okay, if we stay focused on one task at a time, not looking at the entire mound, the entire, all of these things that we have to deal with, just focusing on one at a time, completing this and moving on and completing this. And we have this great boost of energy to get us up and going, right? And the power of my own self-expression and valuing my self-expression. So the moon moving into Leo picks up from this energy of like, where we were on Saturday of, hey, I have to forgive myself, and it's just like, yeah, I got to remember that, I'm doing, and I'm me, and I have to value being me because nobody else can be me. This is my job. This is my purpose and role in life. So to find the value in that, and the excitement and the joy in that, and feeling it in our hearts, in our minds, and I love it. It's like an attitude of gratitude, and the power of yes, and it's just like not just thinking yes or not just thinking grateful, but feeling grateful, feeling yes, feeling that joy, feeling that excitement for whatever challenges come our way. Okay, we're not going to get knocked down. We're going to figure out a way to make it happen. Okay, now we do have all these little semi-squares happening here. Okay, and squares are all about balance, and we see them, going from the sun down here to Venus. Okay, and this is, I've got to focus. And this energy can be, I want to go play, right? This was the first nice day here. This particular Saturday is the first nice day in Detroit in like, I don't know, a week and a half where I can put on shorts. And I'm like, oh my God, I want to go to the beach so bad. I've actually got the day off today. I want to go to the beach. But it's like, it's probably going to rain tomorrow, and it's a carpe diem thing. It's just like I have to get, I was out there for 3 hours mowing the backyard, the front yard, weed whacking, all these things. Just like, the things that we've got to do, even though we want to go play. We want to go play and have this fun energy and like, oh, this is the last bit of summer. And if that's in your cards, then that's what's necessary and you have to do. And if it's, hey, I want to go play, but I have these responsibilities and these things to do, then it's the responsibilities, right? We have to be of service. We have to do what we have to do, whatever that may be. And once we get all of our chores done and you make your bed and, and then you can go out and play, says mom, and that the planets are kind of giving us that same kind of energy right now. It's like, once you get all this stuff done, go play, go be free, have fun. Okay. And then the semi-square here to the north node, and then the sun starting to square the north node. Okay. And look at this, the north node creating these quincunxes over here to Saturn and to Pluto. Okay. Now this is interesting because, we've got the rebel planet here making these connections as well. The rebel planet says, I want to break free. I want to break free of this patriarchy. I want to break free of this old tradition, these ways that don't make any sense anymore, that don't serve us, these outdated old things. And I must be seeking my own path, my own way, my own, shine my own light and go in this direction, making a new path, right? And then these quincunxes, that's the itch you can't scratch. It's this weird thing where they don't really see each other, okay? And there's this authority, okay? The power and the authority, big business, big government, something's going on here. And these kind of don't see each other, where it's just like we want to carve our own path and make our own way and do all this stuff. But yet at the same time, there's this lingering, domineering thing telling us how, okay, you can express yourself freely in this little space, it's just like going to a yoga class where it's just slammed full of people and you really can't spread your wings, so it's like, okay, we're half mats, everybody, half mats. If you're a yoga person, you know what I'm talking about. And so it's an interesting kind of thing where it's just like we want, and even here, even the moon, the top of the morning, is creating the opposition to Saturn, right? And still making just a little bit, even if it enters Leo here and it's connecting with Venus. It's like we want to play, we want to go do these things, and we want to, express ourselves freely and be full of joy. You can only be full of joy to this extent. Okay? And this energy over here is saying we must, find a way to almost kind of break that up, or maybe it's a perspective that we can only be so free. Okay. So, and that's each to our own, and how we're figuring that stuff out. But you know, it's really carving our own path. Of course, this is where Falkor, and to those who use it, yes, Falkor. I used to love that movie when I was a kid, both of them. You know, the never-ending stories. So thank you for chiming in, Falkor, and leaving it in the comments. So yeah, we're riding Falkor, and we've got to be free, right? Mercury here, still, thankfully, in the sign of Libra, balancing us out, creating this beautiful quintiles, okay, down here to the moon, okay, a creative way, finding balance between my own expression and that of the other. You know, how do we do a full arm stretch? You know, so, you know, it's like, okay, maybe I have to take a step back or a step forward on my mat to fully do that. Okay, so there's a creative way figuring out how can we fully express ourselves and as well allow the other person to fully express themselves. How can we both be big, right? Because I don't want to be big and make somebody else be small, right? Nor do I want somebody else to be big to where I have to be small. It's like we can both be big together. We can both spread our wings and fly. There's the sky's the limit, right? So that's some fun energy going on here. You know, Mercury bringing balance to all this stuff. Just still barely making an opposition here to Chiron too, because what's going on is we see where there's the wounds. We see what's going on behind the curtains, and bringing that, where have I been too big? Where have I been too small? And that being small thing is really interesting because that's enabling. You know, the more that we take this, that approach, if I'm continue to be small in this space, well, I'm enabling you to be bigger. And I mean that, I think you understand what I'm saying when I say that. It's enabling, you know, the other to continue to do what they have been doing or are doing or whatever without us fully expressing. And we want to make sure that we are able to fully express so we can both do that. And of course, this quintile here to the south node is saying yes. Yes, we can figure out a way for us to both occupy this space and both do our downward dogs and warrior ones and warrior twos and all of these things. I'm using yoga today as my example. Okay. You know, and again, this is an interesting carpe diem kind of energy. Like, let's feel this fire, you know, and really feel the value of our lives, feeling the value. This moon conjunct Venus that's happening. Again, it's going to happen early at 2 a.m. my time on Monday morning. But for my friends in LA, that's going to be, you know, 11 p.m. for you. So if you look up, we might be able to see Venus and the moon coming together. Okay, and feeling it, because we don't know what our last breath, our last day is going to be. Okay, and we have to be us. We have to fully be us. And that's also this sesqui-square here to the south node. You know, maybe other people look at us in a different way than we are. Okay, maybe we think we're this way, and the collective might see something differently. You know, or there's also this sesqui-square down here to the rebellious Uranus. I have to break free of this. I have to break free and be myself. And what do I value? I value myself. I value my relationship with myself, and I value my relationship with the other. And I can find a creative way to communicate with the other, and that we can release this old thinking, okay, that we both have to be small, or that only one of us is big enough for the room or the space. Okay, so all of these squares is all about bringing balance into our lives. Okay, we're going to be talking a lot about that because that's where the sun is headed here. That's where Mercury's at right now. Okay, bringing balance into our lives and seizing the day with this fire energy, seizing the day. All right, my friends, have a beautiful day. Have a happy Sunday, fun day, seizing the day, whatever you do, being big. All right, I love you. I wish you enough. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow.